Hey, WW3. Trisha. Teresa. Hey, Nathan. Hey, Nick. Blue avians. I feel like that's something Bashar, I've heard him say that. Hi, Bobby. How are you? I think. I don't know. Hi, Alfred. What is it? Tater? Tater from Delaware? Hi from Virginia. Okay. Oh, nice. WW3. Ugh. Hi from Jersey. Hey, Bridget. How are you, Bridget? Thanks, Scott. Hi, Bloom. I started worrying that I wasn't doing enough and instead reminded myself it's done. Right, Bloom? I know. So it's like we need to remind ourselves that there's nothing to do. I'm great, enjoying the nice weather on my patio. That sounds so nice, Bridget. I'm good, just having my tea with you guys. I was actually yes, Nick, I agree. I was actually really tired. I kept yawning like a million times. I'm like, you know what? I can't, you're ever tired, but you can't fall asleep. Like I was like, I just need a nap. So I just like was laying there and I'm like, I can't fall asleep, but yet I'm so tired. So I knew if I jumped on this live and had a cup of tea, I would wake right up. So you need sun and food. That's Nick, that's me. You just summed me up in a day. Sunshine and food. I had the nicest day, slept in. Oh my God, Dress, I love that. I had the best day because I didn't cook today. I just kind of did like stuff we had in the house kind of thing. I figure I'll cook tomorrow. Hey, Christine. Hey, Heather. But I went outside a lot, just laying on the chair and relaxing. Cleaned a lot. You are enough. You're not living in the end. You're just knowing it's done. How do you live in the end? You just know it's done. There's nothing you need to do. Don't overcomplicate manifestation. And you're not manifesting anything. You're not doing anything to manifest, right? You're only focusing on this current moment and feeling the best you can now. Feeling good now is the only thing you need to do. Focus on yourself and focus on feeling good on your own and each moment. You're not doing anything to manifest. You're not doing anything at all. You're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to see. When you're saying you haven't seen anything, thumbs up. That's good. You're not supposed to know. You're supposed to be more focused on yourself and feeling good on your own. Yeah, for me, it's just the end is just, it's done. Whatever I want's done. I never get too specific on an end or anything. It's just a knowing that it's done, and you're just moving towards it in each moment, right? And some things if you relax more, you can actually see things, your awareness to things, and you start to feel it more and believe it more very naturally. But if you're manifesting something and you're persisting in something and you're working hard to get something, you're too focused on that you're not even stopping and realizing that it's kind of almost, your awareness to it is almost showing up. The feeling is almost showing up. It's very natural. So it's like you're just knowing what you want's done. That's it. You're not being specific on how this end is. There's no scene. There's no end scene or anything like that. And you're literally just bringing all that energy back to you. And in each moment, you're saying, what can I do to feel good right now? How can I feel good on my own right now, right? Like I said, have a cup of tea, take a nap, sit in the sun. Just as long as you're relaxing and you're relaxed, that's really all that matters. Thanks, Scott. It makes it so much easier when you know that, right? Yeah, Matt, you're so right. That's all it is. It's all you. It's all you. You know, like it's you being the center of your world. Don't, and like I said, like meditation and, slowing down from time to time and just reminding yourself, like, I'm exactly where I need to be right now. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. And from time to time, just like slowing down and settling yourself down and saying, like, all right, what feels best to do right now, right? What should I do right now? Trust in everything. Trust in what's happening now. And just keep making it about relaxing and feeling the best you can, because everything else will just unfold very naturally. Your life will just start to get better. You'll start to feel better. Make it more about flow and feeling good. Just think about it like this. It's almost getting to the main source of everything. The main source of everything is to feel good, because that's why you want all these things anyway. So if you can have whatever you want and you only have to feel good, make that your goal, because we can have whatever we want. We're unlimited. So make your only goal to feel good, to feel the best you can in each moment, right? Because it'll lead to feeling better and better and better. Trust me, all those other things that you're manifesting, they're all going to unfold very naturally and effortlessly in the best way possible also. Thanks, Nagel. I love getting reminded of this to help shift. Yeah, Matt, that's why I like jumping on here to hang out with you guys. I've been coming more than anything, but I am very Yes, Linda, try not to think too far into the future, right? Just keep settling yourself down into the present moment right now, reminding yourself it's all going to work out. It always does. Things always work out. You know, that's what causes anxiety for us is when we're thinking about future things. But the more we relax into this present moment and keep settling ourselves down in what's happening now, you realize that things just work out. They do actually work out really well when you keep focusing yourself back into this moment. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. You know, things that I have to do that are coming up, they'll work themselves out. They will all fall into place just fine, right? So it's good. It's a good practice when you have something coming up that's causing you some anxiety to keep reminding yourself, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Those things will fall into place perfectly. I'm right where I need to be right now, and I only have to focus on right now. Yes, our power is in this present moment. All of our power is right now. And that's why the practices of just feeling the best you can in each moment and then remaining calm when you don't are so powerful. I told my mom I was having dinner with my friends. She called. Totally says emotions are a reflection of the mind and the body. Oh, yeah, from Philly, Kay. My accent, right? Oh, my mom. I am trying to see. Do you believe we have control over our thoughts or just our reaction if we have to our thoughts? But you don't want to control your thoughts, right? You don't want to try to control them. When you start to feel better, and you know what you're moving towards, everything just kind of falls into place with your thoughts, right? You just have better thoughts. Kind of know what I mean? So never try to control your thoughts, but you'll notice that your thoughts are manifesting pretty quickly the more you do these practices, right? You'll lightly say something and it's just going to show up, right? But don't really focus on that too much and trying to control your thoughts and trying to control anything. Don't try to control anything at all. Only focus on feeling the best you can and remaining calm when you don't. And things will get so clear and that inner guidance will get so much clearer. Like when you have a question or when you need help with something, you'll be able to go within and then you'll see how your thoughts are manifesting, but you're getting that guidance more so, right? It's not like your thoughts are all over the place and, you're manifesting all over the place, like, cause your outer world shows it, right? When we're like have anxiety and stuff, it's more of like, things that are meant for you. Things are falling into place the way they're supposed to. I have been searching this one. Do thoughts create feelings or the other way around? So Heather, yeah, okay. So it's your vibration. You're just energy. And thought forms are all around us, right? But a lot of the things we have are very dominant in our life. Like a lot of stories are very dominant, things we have around people, places, and things. That's why we keep repeating it. And it's almost like it's just normal to us, right? We just get stuck in patterns. But it really comes down to you're just energy and vibration. That's all you are. You're just a vibration. And you attract those thoughts to you, these thought forms, because creation's all around us, right? So the more you start to feel better, you just start attracting better, right? So it's all kind of connected, but it starts with just vibration. It starts with just energy and vibration. Like I always say, it's like you're like a walking magnet. You're like a walking magnet based on how you feel, right? I believe in the higher self 1,000,000% dress. I believe it's like we have, there's infinite possibilities for us and our higher self is going to lead us to the best one if that's what we want, right? So I believe our higher self is guiding us to that. Meditation user, breath work is helpful. Just Meditation, meditation, meditation. I'll say a million times, definitely meditation, just quieting your mind throughout the day. Breath work is also helpful, and moving slower, focusing on your breathing throughout the day, moving slower, speaking slower, just anything like that is going to slow the momentum down of overthinking, right? Like even just talking in slow motion to yourself, everything's good. I'm good. Everything's working out. Giving yourself more time to get ready, like to start your day. Don't try not to listen to too much in the mornings. Keep your mornings kind of quiet till you start introducing things into your day. Why do you think stay in my head and I can't get them to get out of my head? Can't you explain to me? Linda, it's because they're dominant. They're dominant stories in your mind, right? So they feel so real. They're so active, right? But the more you do these practices, they start to fade. These simple practices, just feeling the best you can in each moment, remaining calm, meditating. They've been played out so many times that it's like that's our reality, and we think we're stuck in it, but we're not. So you're breaking down these belief systems by doing these practices. So do you recommend not listening or reading to any in the mornings? Me personally, at least like I need like an hour or two of nothing. That's just me. Like I just want nothing. And then I'll start getting into like maybe listening to like Abraham Hicks or, or some of my affirmations. I just want to really get myself to that like stable, settled down place. But again, trust yourself. Right? Like this is just me sharing my experience. Affirmations or something might actually help you settle down. Not at all, Anna, because it's all based on feeling and a knowing and an inner knowing and a feeling. It has nothing to do with that. I know, Matt, I'm feeling a little challenged. It's funny because I don't know who I heard say this today, but I don't know if it was like through my TikTok, but whenever people ask you questions, maybe it was Eckhart, take a moment to stop and go within. Don't be so quick to answer, right? Because I don't always stop and pause and process it first. But I will also be honest, if I really don't have the answer, I'm not going to make something up. I'll give you my best answer sometimes. Because you got to understand, guys, I've researched some of these questions that you're asking me. I went through that whole process of researching them too and going within and like asking like for more clarity on them, right? I think not reacting to them so much is better idea saying karma through it. Yes, how you respond, Linda. Everything is based on how you're responding to it. Like always coming from that. That's why calmness is so powerful, right? When we can respond in that loving, kind way instead of being frustrated or angry. I don't say any affirmations or manifestation or it's just done. It's just done. I don't focus on that. That's done. I don't have to focus on that. I focus on me and feeling good on myself and what can I do right now? Because I know that's done, right? I don't involve myself in any manifestation. I stay out of it completely. I focus on how can I feel good now? I want to feel good now. I want to make the best of everything I have now. And that takes practice for us, right? To do that. But if you just keep manifesting things through affirmations and you're not happy with your life now, you're just going to keep repeating things in your life and you're not going to be happy. I want to be happy. That's my main goal. So for me, and that's brought me manifestations in the best way possible by making it about feeling good first. So you want to feel good with what you have. That's what's going to bring in everything the best way possible for you. So you're only saying, I know it's done, because it is. You only have to create a feel-good atmosphere within to bring everything in. Your higher self does all the work. You don't have to do anything. Oh, that's good, Linda. But how does the universe know what you want without thinking about it or affirming? Caro, you are the universe. It's you. You're the only one. It's just you. You're overthinking it too much. You have too much resistance around not understanding that. And it's okay because it's an understanding of these concepts. You're an infinite being. You are unlimited. You are so powerful. You do not have to do anything to manifest. This is effortless. This is easy as you want it to be. If you feel better doing affirmations and that makes you feel better, some people, they want to do it that way and they can, but I don't do it that way. To me, that's too much work. I don't want to do it that way. I want to make it more about feeling good now. It's worked for me that way. But again, I won't argue with someone if they don't trust it or if they feel like they still need to do affirmations. Go for it. You can do it that way. You can. I've done it that way too. But there's too much effort in that for me. And it kept me unhappy still. So basically it's done. That's it. And but the thing about your question is that you're too focused on this manifestation. If you keep feeling good in this present moment, you'll start to see that it is done and you'll start to believe that it is done. So bring your focus back more onto you and just feeling good now and trusting this process. Trust takes time in this. Yes, Ava, thank you so much for sharing that. Ava says the biggest step forward happens when you become 100% happy in the now moment. And that's what it comes down to. So when you're asking all these questions and you're like, but how does the universe know? But I don't have to do affirmations and how is this going to work? I don't trust it. It's because you don't trust yet. So what you want to start doing is redirecting that focus back onto you. Start feeling good in this moment with what you have. Do that practice. Things will start to shift. You'll start to believe. You'll start to trust. Yes, Michael, the meditation, breath work, all the things that I'm saying are going to help those things. That's all resistance. That's all lower energies, right? That doesn't feel good. So you're basing this all on how you feel. So by doing these practices, you will get out of those energies, right? It's going to be gradual, Michael. So don't think like tomorrow you're going to be like, oh my God, right? It's a gradual change. You are where you are. You're perfectly fine where you're at. I always say like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. But by doing these practices, you are going to get yourself out of those lower energies. Yes. And we have a private Facebook group as well, guys, in the link. Meditation, Michael, extremely helpful. Again, breath work, guys, breathing slower, moving slower. All those little practices are so helpful. I just want to stay in bed all day because that feels best. But you know what, Sally? I've had days like that, but you have to remind yourself there's nothing wrong with that. See, that's a belief from our programming that if we're in bed most of the day, that there's something wrong. I had many days in bed going through this, learning this, processing this information, listening to Abraham, plenty of days in bed. I would just get up and like make dinner and do what I needed to do. But I knew that that was where I needed to be. Calming my mind, resting. But because now I don't do that at all. So there is a period while you're going through this where you are doing a lot of resting and meditating and these practices. How do you get to that inner knowing? Do you say what you desire is done and feel good? So yeah, so it's just like, it's more so you're just reminding yourself from time to time, oh, that's done. It's done. Right? It's just a little reminder. Oh, it's done. I don't have to worry about that. Right? I just focus on me. I make it about me. I make it about feeling good on my own. Now, just know that it takes time. It takes time, right? Because we're also programmed not to put ourselves first, put other people's feelings before ours and needs before ours. So it takes practice just to put yourself first. Like, okay, I'm just going to relax right now, or I'm going to do something for myself. I'm going to take a drive by myself, right? Start doing things for yourself by yourself. But that's also a practice in itself. But yes, the reminding yourself of just that it's done is just you literally saying it's done, but you're not focusing on that manifestation. You're focusing more on you. Oh my God, that's true. I am always rushing slow down. It makes such a difference, Anna, right? Like when you'll realize too, I used to, like when at work, like, and even driving to work, I was always a time person. Like I had to be on time all the time, right? And it would cause anxiety. And I remember saying, just relax. You always get there on time. Don't rush for nobody. And that makes a difference as well. How can we speed things up? I feel better than I ever have. 100%. By feeling good, by being so happy right now in this moment and asking yourself, what can I do to feel good? And then you're saying to yourself, I'm so happy. Like I literally am so happy right now. What can I do? Like I'm just feeling so good. That's speeding it up. That's literally speeding it up. But not worrying, where is it? Or is it going to get here? Or what else can I do? I need to speed it up. That's you still in lack mindset. You're still worrying about where it is and when can it get here. So you'll get to a point where you're just so happy. You know it's going to show up. But you're so happy in this moment that you're not concerned, right? You're at peace. You're happy. You trust, basically. Hi, Mara. How are you, Mara? Sorry if I'm missing any questions, guys, because I'm focusing on kind of one at a time here. Don't affirmations help convince our subconscious mind thoughts on sleep? So it's a limited way to do things, though. You don't have to do it that way. You only have to create this feel-good atmosphere within to manifest, right? That's a way to do it, but it's work to do that. It's effort to do that, right? And how I've noticed it from my experience is that when you leave it up to your higher self and just knowing it's done, it comes in so much better. Just remember you're unlimited. You're unlimited. Don't think we're so unlimited. I'm telling you right now, I'm even teaching you guys limited teachings probably. That's how unlimited we are, right? But affirmations are even more limiting than just knowing it's done and focusing on yourself and feeling good on your own and remaining calm. Just really, I would say, really understand the word unlimited. Like I said, if you feel, the reason why we think we have to do affirmations is because as humans, we are programmed to be doers. We have to do something in order to get something. We can't think we could possibly just sit back and relax and things could just come to us, right? There's no way that could be. So that's why we don't trust and we do affirmations, because we feel like we have to do something. You are way more powerful than that. Way more powerful. But again, that's just from my experience and how I experienced. You only have to know it's done. I've done it a million times with manifesting. I've just said, I know it's going to come. I know it'll show up, and it's never failed me when I've done that. Also done it with affirmations, but that whenever even manifestations, just knowing it's done, sometimes I wasn't happy because no matter how you do it, it doesn't matter. You need to learn how to feel good now, or else you're just going to keep manifesting because you're always really manifesting and you're not really going to be fully satisfied. So you really want to practice feeling good in this present moment, in each moment. That's the goal. If there is a goal, the goal is to feel good. I always say if there is a goal, right? Because what is really the goal? I believe the goal is to feel good. And that's kind of where I place my focus on how I explain this. And sorry, guys, if I'm missing stuff here. I know there's another question up there that I missed. But I always say, feel free to do your affirmations. One of the biggest things is you can make this, easier or harder. Some people want to do affirmations and they want to do them. Like I will never tell someone they can't do it. But for me, it doesn't resonate with me. I just never, ever liked doing affirmations. And affirmations also cause resistance because you're doing these affirmations and you're looking around and saying, where is it? Right? You're so focused on something that is already done. You're like trying to get something. You're chasing something, right? So there's so many reasons why I just don't resonate with affirmations. Yeah, Linda. Yeah, that takes practice, right? The more you focus on yourself, the more you start to feel good. You don't do things that you used to do. You say no to things that you may have said yes to because you care about how you feel. You start to really care about how you feel. You think to yourself, well, if I go to that, I'm not really going to have fun. I'm going to be bored. And, I would have more fun just being at home, and sometimes we worry like, oh gosh, they're going to judge me because I'm not going or doing what I used to do. But at the same time, if you go, you're putting other people's feelings again before you, right? And you're stepping away from those old patterns by saying, you know what? I might not everybody may understand me, but that's okay. I'm choosing to do this because this feels better for me. And I always say the more you do those things, I feel like you're rewarded it's like another level up because you're putting yourself first. That's being like in constant flow with the universe. Right, Jess? Yeah, I always say it takes a little practice to build up that confidence to finally say, you know what, enough's enough. I can't do this anymore. It's not serving me anymore. Like that, it's kind of what I posted today when the Bob Proctor video about, he talked about how you're pushed out of environments. That has happened to me many times. I don't do any affirmations for myself either, Brenda. I just make it more about how I feel in each moment. That's it. I do general affirmations, Brenda. I'll do if I tell you how general my affirmations, you'll laugh. I'll say magical, fun, joyful, laughter, funny, they're my affirmations. I'm not kidding you guys. That's general for me. I don't manifest any affirmations for myself either. Because again, me saying I am worthy feels like me saying I'm not worthy. I know I'm worthy. I know I'm deserving. I know I'm powerful. I don't need to say that to myself all the time. I am worthy. It makes me feel like I'm not when I say that. That's how I always felt. The more you feel better now in each moment, you're going to feel empowered. You're going to feel good because things are going to start to work in your favor. You only need to feel good now. That's all you need to do. Everything else will fall into place. It's literally that easy. I promise you guys. It takes a little practice, right? To feel good. We're going to come out, we're coming out of a lot of things that don't serve us anymore. So it takes a little bit of practice to step away from these old things that just don't serve us and that we're not lined up with anymore because we're moving towards our best life. I know, Ava, me too. They felt very robotic to me as well. Affirmations felt like I was like a robot. I am powerful. That was me. I just didn't they didn't click for me. Same thing with a gratitude journal or saying I'm thankful for things. I know that works for a lot of people as well, but that didn't work for me. It had to be natural for me. Does abundance only refer to financial? Everything, Nathan. Abundance refers to everything. You can be abundant in all kinds of areas of your life, right? Abundance is everything, That's a good question though. And that's how Abraham refers to abundance as well. You're not just abundant in money, right? You're abundant in freedom, in fun, in family, in all kinds of things. Did Shalina answer too? Yes, Shalina did. Yeah, friendship, right? Finances are a limited aspect of abundance, Nathan. Finances. Yeah, I don't even base things on finances. Good point, Sherry. I don't base anything on money ever. I base everything on feeling good, doing things that I love, making sure I'm, in that good energy as much as possible. When I'm not, I'm just remaining calm. I'm going to meditate. Anything for me, again, it's all feeling good and everything else comes from that. If that makes sense. Yeah, Dress. So everything that I talk about isn't specific. You're moving towards everything when you do this. When you're feeling good, you're a magnet to everything. These practices, everything will come to you, everything. Yes, Sherry. I always think, that energy that we're feeling and, sending out at all times, it comes back to you. It does. It comes back. I've watched that happen in my life. I've watched just being kind to others. I always get kindness back from people. I'm always kind to people and I always say it's not because I'm expecting anything. It's because I like to be kind. I like to be nice to people. It actually brings me joy to be nice to people, right? I used to always have to do with everybody else wanted me to do. Yes, Linda, we all did. We followed the crowd, right? We followed what we thought we had to do. Like, all right, this is how life is. This is how it's going to be. I'm going to follow whatever everyone else is doing because that was being a product of our environment. We didn't know any better for the most part. Me too, Shalina. Like, I just love being nice to people. I love, I don't know, just being, I love when someone like is in this making me something and they're like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, you don't have to be sorry. Like, I don't know. I just like being nice to people. I like making people feel good and, not things so serious all the time and making people feel lighter and stuff like that. Like, I've always been like that, like an uplifter in that way. It used to be, I used to say like, I used to try though. That was when there was effort involved, but now it's more for me because it feels good to me. But I used to like need other people to feel good too because it made me feel uncomfortable when other people weren't feeling good and I was. So I would be like, try to get them to feel good too. And I learned that that's not the way to do it. There's so much effort involved in that. And it just doesn't work that way. The more you just keep feeling good, no matter what's happening around you, you will get that back. Things will work themselves out in the world. Everything will work itself out. You don't have to do anything. Right, Dress? It was always like just, you were so exhausted. Like, if it's like, you go to a party and you're like, you're just trying so hard to be talkative and friendly, and sometimes it just felt like by the time you would leave, you were just drained. You were so tired. Exactly, Shalina. Yes. And, and also like, I don't judge the situation either. I just stay in that kind energy, right? That positive energy. And I just say to myself, like, they'll join me eventually. And if not, they'll join me tomorrow or whatever, if it's like in my house or something. How do you change thoughts and vibration? Lately, I've been struggling with it. Nathan, everything I say, don't really focus, Nathan, too much on changing your thoughts, right? Because there's a lot of effort in trying to change your thoughts. It's just like, we have so many thoughts a day. You're making it more about how you feel, Nathan, right? Because that's more in the vibration category. Make it more about how you feel. So Nathan, it's just like, meditation's going to help with that. Meditating every day, Nathan. Slowing down. Like I always say, slowing the pace of things, just moving at a slower pace, focusing on your breathing from time to time, right? And Nathan, the biggest thing is, honestly, it's asking yourself in each moment, like, what feels best right now? What could I do that would feel best? And sometimes, Nathan, it might just be sitting on your couch and relaxing, but just know it's going to evolve to more. You start here, but you keep moving to better and more stuff that you really like to do. Your life starts to get better. You start to feel better. And the byproduct is that your thoughts are better, right? So that's the byproduct of making it about how you feel. You want to make it about how you feel because it's so much easier. That's why I always tell people, like people say like, yeah, but how do I address these limiting beliefs that I have? I got to find out where that belief is that's limiting me, or I got to dig through it. No, that's so hard and limiting. You're just only making it about how you feel in each moment. That one thing, guys, that one thing is going to break through everything and lead you to everything. It's so easy. It's so much easier than we've been taught. So much easier. Just keep breaking it down to this is easy. I only got to feel good. That's it. I'm just manifesting feeling good in each moment. That's all I'm manifesting because the rest of the stuff's going to come easily and effortlessly. That's the byproduct. but I'm manifesting in each moment just one thing, and that's to feel the best I can in each moment. I do believe that I know everyone argues this like with signs and stuff, but I've gotten the craziest signs that I'm telling you, I got that the way that synchrony that lined up for me to get something like a certain sign that, it came out of the blue. That definitely came from a higher power source, the way it lined up. So I do believe in signs and synchronicities and stuff like that. And I do believe I believe the divine has a big part in this. I believe in our higher selves. I believe we have guidance, but you don't have to have that. You don't have to tap into that. That's where free will comes into play. If you want to, not believe that you have a higher self leading you and make it about feeling good and all that, and you just want to, you have free will. You have choices in each moment to not feel good as well. But I do believe the divine has we are divine. We are divine, right? So you can, for me, it's about manifesting, feeling good, manifesting for the highest good of myself and anyone else. So that's how I explain it. And that makes me feel good because we know feeling good plays a part in this. We know that, right? Because think about it. How it doesn't feel good not to feel good. It feels heavy. It feels exhausting. It feels like I don't want to be here. We've all felt like that. That's not right. But when you feel good, you're free. You feel everything's falling into place. Life is good. So the more you start to feel good, you start to really understand you are so free. You are so free. And there is a higher power. Trust me, the more you go within and you connect and you get those subtle little like signals to do this instead or to go this way and go that way, you're going to know that you're being divinely guided. But that took me practice as well. Because I used to say, I don't hear nothing. I don't hear no voice. Where's this voice at? How can we tell the difference between not being in alignment and just feeling out of it? So, Nathan, being in alignment when you're feeling, which is the same thing as feeling good, Nathan. Feeling good is when you know what it's like to feel good, right? You're light, things are just falling into place. You're smiling, you feel pleasant. Things are kind of ease and flow. When you're not feeling good, Nathan, you start to get like unsettled, a little bit of anxiety. You start to worry about things, right? And in that moment, Nathan, the only thing you're doing, right? You're not trying to get out of it. You're not trying to feel better. You're just relaxing your body, knowing it's going to pass and telling yourself, I'm exactly where I need to be. Like I am supposed to be here right now. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I'm just going to relax. And then you start to feel better, right? So just think about it more of like when you're feeling good, things are kind of just flowing. You're smiling. You feel good. You're just in a good mood. You're in a good mood. So here's the thing. You have to continuously feel good. Feeling good will bring everything to you, but you are where you are. So right now, we're all limited, but the more you feel good, you're going to be breaking through those limiting beliefs in the best way possible. When you're feeling good, you're lined up with everything you want. You also have to know that it's done too, and it's coming in. It's going to come in the best way possible for you. When you're feeling good, you're lined up with everything. You're breaking through all your limiting beliefs. It's when you don't feel good that you're kind of cutting it off. You're cutting off that energy supply. But we're all limited. You're always going to be expanding and growing more. You're never going to be completely free of all limiting beliefs because we're always learning more. We're always expanding, right? But feeling good is going to break through those for you. In each moment, you're going to keep breaking through that, but the more you feel good. Trust me. Feeling good is key. If I cannot, like I said, I won't argue with anyone there. It has proved my life in many ways. I cried today for no reason. Oh my gosh, Sherry, I've done that too. I love it, Sherry, right? Sherry, I know. There was times like it's resistance in some way, shape, or form. But also at the same time, like I would laugh, like I don't even know where that came from. I just cried. Like I would have to go in my car, like, and just like cry. I'm like, I don't even know. I would say it. I'd be like, I don't even know why I'm crying right now. Aw, Nathan's phrase, his famous phrase. Hey, Mike. The more you guys listen, and about feeling good, Nathan, the more you do these practices like meditate, Nathan, and slow your energy down, do some breath work from time to time. Sorry, I paused. Slow your breathing down, Nathan. The more you start to understand what feeling good truly is, right? Because sometimes we're not really too sure what it's like to feel good at first. Because we think a lot of things that feel good, like from our programming, they actually don't really feel good. But the more you do these practices and meditate, you break down that too. And you start to know what it's like to truly feel good, right? It just all gets clearer. It all starts to make sense. Things start to click. Your life starts to fall into place. It's Tara. So there's no new story. You're not creating a story. There's no end state. There's no end scene. You're not doing any of that. It's just done. What you want is done. You don't want to be specific on anything. Let your higher self bring it in a way that you can't even imagine. Your only focus is to focus on yourself and feeling good now, knowing that you're moving towards everything you want in the best way possible, in ways that you couldn't even plan for. You can't create it the way that your higher self can create it. So don't worry about an end state or trying to live in the end or any of that. That's more effort involved. Make it more about how you're feeling now in each moment. That's going to lead you to everything in the best way possible. How to deal with feelings of insecurity in our relationship. Focus on you, mindful. Focus on you. Whenever I hear the word relationship or anything like that, you'll start to be more confident when you start feeling good on your own. Whenever we're feeling insecure in a relationship, it's because we're feeling like we need something outside of us to make us feel better. No matter what that is, it's something outside of us but you gotta just practice feeling good on your own, filling up your own cup, doing things you love. You'll start to feel more secure, more confident, and that will reflect back to you in your relationship. So just anytime you have a relationship question or something you're seeing that you don't want to see, always think, oh yeah, I got to focus more on me. Bring it back to you, focusing on you, feeling good on your own. Trust me, that will solve all your problems. I'm going to get my charger real quick, guys. My phone's dying. My phone. See, this is why it's nicer to be in here for that reason. Oh, okay, I'm back. I think it's charging. Always thought it's selfish to feel good about it. I know, Linda. That's what we've been taught. We've all been taught that. We've all been taught to put other people before us, put other people's feelings and needs before us. But everybody's really selfish by nature. You start to realize the more you do this work. But it's more so about putting your feelings first and feeling good on your own, and that becoming your true authentic self. And then it gives other people, other people know they can do the same. They have access to this energy as well. Hey, Michael. Yes, Shalina said it. It's programming. But you start to realize too, you're such a service to everybody, around you when you are being your true authentic self. Yes. Mike said, the more calm, the easier to see and understand. The more you remain calm, the more you meditate, the more you just give yourself time throughout the day to just quiet your thoughts and sit with your thoughts. Not even sit with your thoughts. sit with the no sound and just sit in quiet, things will start to become clearer for you. You'll start to understand things more. You're welcome, Tara. Oh, that's awesome, Linda. What you said, I just read it up there about you feeling good. Yeah, Linda, that takes practice to remind yourself. I don't have to worry about that. It always works out. It works out even better than I can imagine when I just focus right now, knowing it's going to work out, right? And I do that too. And the more that I do that, it works out so much, like again, so much better than I can imagine when I just bring my focus back to this moment. And what am I going to do now to feel good? How does one manage disappointment, regret? So that's, just remember, Nathan, that's also resistance. So as you do this, the more you do this, those things fade away. They fade. We realize, like, you're like, wait, there's no reason for me to ever feel that way, to feel regret, or, if I did something wrong or something. Because here's the thing, Nathan, this is what I always used to tell people. We all had those limiting beliefs and those feelings. None of us knew that we created our own reality. We were all creating unconsciously. So we all had that. None of us were perfect. Trust me, we were all learning things from other people. We were just bouncing off things from each other, product of our environment. So once you realize now you're creating your own reality, it's easier to like let those feelings go, right? Because we've all been there. We've all had those feelings. For you, are you saying for you, Vols? Because that's cool. You're rooting for me, Joseph? I'm rooting for all you guys. We're rooting for each other, Nathan. I regret for a while, then I realized I was in. Yeah, Dress, Dress, that's so good. I'll say. Dress, do you want me to make you a moderator? Because I noticed you said that, and so Nathan, he can see that if you want. I don't like to do it unless. But yes, the more you start lining up and feeling better, it just that stuff kind of fades. It's like you'll be able to tag your comments at the top, like you were talking to Nathan, but you weren't able to place it up top so he could see it. So you'd be able to like put your comment up there. And you get to have the fun in deleting people that really don't want to be here. You don't have to, Dress. You don't have to. I was just saying it because you were talking to Nathan, and a lot of times they pin it up top so that like the person gets it. I am also, Dress. I always say I could never do it. It does. Things have been feeding out now. I don't think I have all that stuff. Right, Linda? It just happens. It's a byproduct of the practices. Aloha from Hawaii. I wanted to see. I'm just seeing if I missed anything. Yeah, Joseph, I'm not doing much, just hanging with the kids for Memorial Day. It's funny. So I'm just scrolling up here and like the selfish thing. I think that's especially for moms, right? Like always, putting other people first and stuff like that. 100% yourself, Tara. 100% yourself. What's the easiest way to stay in the present when you're around people where you can't meditate, breath work? So if you're around people and you find yourself like not feeling centered or having anxiety, I wouldn't say you don't have to meditate. Just focus on your breathing. You can actually do breath work. I did it at work. I did breath work at work. So you can do it. You can sneak breath work in around people. Yeah, so if you're around people and you feel the need, like you start to have a little bit of anxiety, you can just focus on your breathing. Just breathe in, hold it, let it out nice and slow. I used to do that a lot too. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and then let it out nice and slow. So even when you're around people, you can do these exercises, right? And just say things like, I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm supposed to be here for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm not supposed to know why, but I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. And just keep settling yourself down in that moment. I had to set boundaries with my children and always feel the need to say, oh yeah, Shalina, trust me. Because we're doing them a like disservice by always giving in, right? And it's like you have to be confident though, too, because like that's what I talk about. People always say about boundaries, but the more confident you become in your decisions, it's not boundary setting. It's just, it is what it is. It never felt like a boundary to me. It was just like, no, I'm not going. And that was it. Like, I wasn't saying like, I wasn't setting a boundary or anything. It was just like, just no, there's no boundary. It's just no, right? I can't explain it, but that's why I always used to have conversations with people with boundaries. I never felt the need to set boundaries with things when I was confident in something. Because I didn't care what people thought, right? But I know, Shalina, when it comes to the kids, it's different because, you know, there are kids and we're reflecting back and forth all the time. So it's like, it's just always me being firm in that and staying calm as well. And I always get good results when I practice that, right? Just, no, not today. And like, that's it. And just not overthink it, not judge it, and just leave it at that. And then usually I always get good results. So it's like we're always practicing this. And I feel like when it comes to kids, it helps a lot. Hi, Dave. Yeah, like to me, it's not a boundary. Like, it's just like, no, this is how it is and that's it. Like, and I don't think about what other people, I guess because I'm not taking what they're thinking personally. I'm not really even thinking about their thoughts. I'm not taking that into consideration. I'm just like, it's me, and the answer is no. So I don't really look at it as a boundary, I guess. It's just me saying no, right? Not even taking other people's thoughts into consideration. But I understand where people would say I have to set a boundary, and I don't argue with people, but for me, it never felt like that. It was just like, that's it. Like, there is nothing to set. Trying to see if I missed anything. I was just seeing if I missed anything, which I don't think I did. What do you mean when you have to detach from manifestations? Like, do you not ever think about it? So you're not detaching from anything though. Jylene, you're not detaching from anything. It's just knowing that what you want is done, and you're focusing on you. You're focused on feeling good now. You're focusing on this present moment, knowing you're moving towards everything you want. So it's not really about, you're not detaching from anything. You can't really detach from anything, honestly, guys, because we're all connected. It's all one consciousness. So you're not really detaching from anything, right? It's more about feeling good without needing these things to make you feel good. So I always say it's an oxymoron, because you want to feel good now with what you have. Be appreciative of what you have. Start really making the best of what you have. That's what's going to bring in your manifestations, because it all comes down to feeling good. So it's just knowing that what you want's done. You're moving towards it in this very moment, but you're going to feel good now. You're going to feel good on your own. You're going to feel good with everything you have around you. Make the best of what you have around you. Focus on the good things around you. That is literally it. Along with meditation, obviously I say always include meditation and breath work. Yeah, Dress, like it's just so much easier than we realize it. And it's because we're learning more about this. We're expanding now. We're learning this can be so much easier. There's so much more information out now about manifesting. And Abraham's a big teacher in it, and Bashar and all those teachers, like the channelers, of how easy this actually truly is. You're only feeling good. Everything's already created here and now. That timeline exists of whatever you want. If the story's already written, and there's unlimited and infinite story versions of that manifestation. So really think about that. So you just want to move towards the best version of it. And so all you're doing is feeling good now. That's it. That's all you're doing. Now I said your name perfectly, and now I'm nervous because I'm like, I didn't even realize I did. Is it Jylene? Did I say it right? When you commit to feeling good, the other stuff. It does, right, Heather? I know. So Paige, the more that you feel good with what you have, Paige, the more that you feel good with, even though it's not your manifestations and everything that you're manifesting and asking for and that you want, the more you feel good with what you have and making the best of what you have and feeling good on your own, Paige, things start to change in your life pretty quickly when you do these practices, meditation and all. And you start to trust. You'll naturally start to trust in things, because you're going to see your life changing in front of your eyes. Calmness is really powerful, Paige. When something doesn't feel good, then something comes up that doesn't feel good. Stay calm in those situations, as calm as possible. Don't judge it. Don't label it. So just continue doing the practices that I say, and trust me, you will start to trust pretty quickly. Also, guys, don't forget about my ebook that explains this all, like exactly what I say on here all the time, especially if you're new. My ebook, Feel Good, Stay Calm. It says literally it breaks this down for you guys. And it breaks it down, but it does say the same thing. Feel good, stay calm, feel good, stay calm. It just explains it a little bit. Gomez, I don't recommend doing stuff like that, like manifesting on a time crunch, or let me get this in a time crunch. That's like a never ending cycle loop, right? So for me, I always say I'm not the coach for that, but you're going to more so just remind yourself that you have everything you need right now and you're always taken care of. Make it more about feeling the best you can in each moment, feeling good with what you have, be appreciative for what you have, even if it's only $10, even if it's only $2. Make the best of what you have. Make it more about feeling good. And because money's always going to have control over you if you manifest like that. Oh yeah, I talked to Brenda yesterday. I know my new ebook, Bridget. I write in it every single day. And every day I say that I'm done. I feel like it's almost done, but then I keep adding to it like I did with the other one. That this works to get someone who doesn't want to date ask you out. Every possible reality exists, Michelle. Every possible reality exists. Do you have my ebook? Because I talk about this in the ebook. Every possible reality exists right now. There's unlimited versions of that reality. Anything is possible. You're unlimited. You're unlimited. Whatever you want. But you can't focus on it. You can't focus on how. You can't focus on when. You need to know that it's done, and you need to focus on now and how can I feel good now with what I have. The same thing. They're the same. Yeah, Nathan. Inner being and higher self are the same. There's so many different labels. That's why I've always stayed away from labels, because there's so many different labels, right, for things like source, higher self, higher self, inner being. Like there's just so many things. Oh, I love that, Linda. So true, right? Whoever said that, was it Bowles? I know I haven't itched. I'm like, my arms are wrapped all around right now. About the fear, right? That's all resistance. I want it, I got it. I almost wanted to sing the song. I want it, I got it. It's done. I'm already the best version of myself. Yep. Preach it, Sherry. Hi, Michael. Didn't I say hi to you, Michael? Which ebook? Feel good. Yes. Feel good, stay calm to manifest. Feel good, stay calm. The story's already written. Thanks, Ben. How can we manifest friendships? I feel so lonely, especially now that it's summer. So the more, Julie, when you talk about manifesting friendships and stuff, think about it like this. If you're doing the internal work, you're going to start lining up with people that match your energy. You will. It'll happen very natural. Like I look at like you guys, like you are like my friends, like-minded people that understand what I'm talking about, that resonate with me and get what I'm saying, right? You start to connect with people that understand you, that have the same interests as you and stuff like that. So just know when you're doing this work, that'll happen very natural. Don't worry about it too much. Just keep focusing on yourself and feeling good on your own. Oh my God, I gotta itch. You have a really nice. I'm cracking up, Nathan. What Nathan said. I like it, I love it, I want more of it. So the more that you do start feeling good on your own, you do start to get that confidence because you start becoming yourself more, right? More of yourself. But do things like, focus more on, you could do little things. Like I always say, like, even just don't go right to like, I got to talk to women or, people. Start not making it about women. Just talk to people in general. I always say like little things, like when you're getting your food at the fast food store, talk to them. Hi, how are you? Right? Start doing little things like that. That can build your confidence, and then it'll lead you to being able to do that. Right? Don't take that leap. Take baby steps. And even just feeling good on your own and feeling good and doing things you love, you start to become yourself, and those things fall into place as well. Is everything happens for a reason a limiting belief? Is everything happens for a reason always say everything happens for a reason. I just always have said that. I guess it's how you perceive it. You can perceive it in many ways, just like anything. But for me, it's always felt good to say everything happens for a reason. Like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. Everything in my life, has happened the way it's supposed to. I don't try to overthink anything or go back into my past to figure out how I even got here in this moment, right? That always causes resistance for me. So I like the phrase that everything happens for a reason. But again, people can take it or leave it and interpret how they want. But that has always worked for me. I feel everything has happened the way it's supposed to, with where I'm at right now. It's because like the way you're just making it about feeling good. And when you don't, you just chill. Like to me, when I really stop and think about how things are unfolding, I could never have done this with my thoughts. And like I always, it truly is about connecting to your inner guidance and your higher self. And I always say it like you're almost allowing them work through you. They're working through you. Like I just got to feel the best I can and remain calm when I don't and know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be and know everything's going to fall into place the way it's supposed to. Oh, good, Michelle. Let me know. Give me some feedback. I don't know if you can write feedback on there. I haven't really looked. I should look. I know you can star it, but I don't know if you can, but that would be cool if like people could write feedback on it. Because people give me feedback on here all the time, but thank you, Michelle. Keep me posted. I know Brenda got it yesterday. But yeah, so just think about it like that. Like, everything's already done and created. And like I said, the more I've done that, the more like you just start to think like, wow, like there's no way my mind could have thought of that. Woohoo! Hi, Taz. Yeah. And Becky, like that has always made me feel like I'm doing my part in this, whatever that may be, right? Helping as many people as I can. They're working through me. And that's why I always trust that inner guidance when I have to stop and say, what would be best for me to do right now? Like, I know this sounds silly, but I'll be like, hey guys, what's the best thing for me to do? I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know it's goofy, but I'll be like, what should I do right now? What's the best thing for me to do right now? And I just always go within, and a lot of times it's like jump on these lives and just chat with people, right? And spread this as much as you can. There's no work you have to do, Miss Gore. There's nothing you have to do. Check out some of my videos. Don't manifest anything. You're not manifesting anything. You're not doing anything. You're focusing just on yourself, knowing that what you want is done. You're just focusing 100% on you and feeling good on your own and loving your life and getting yourself to such a place where you're so happy. I always say you're getting yourself to a place where you're happy without the relationship. That's what's going to manifest a relationship to you in the best way possible. It is an oxymoron, but it is the truth, guys. Like by you feeling so good on your own and you're just fulfilled in your everyday life, someone's going to come into your life and match that energy. And then you have a powerful relationship and you grow and expand together, right? Of course, miss. I didn't know if you were new. That's why. Because whenever I see people jump on here and they're like telling me they're doing this and they're doing that, and it's so much work and they're so exhausted, it's like I always want to like get to them right away. Like, don't do anything. You don't have to do anything. This is easy. This is way easier than you realize. Christine, I'm cracking up. I don't know why, Christine, that took me a minute. I'm like, who tells me to go live? And I'm like, oh, yeah, my friends. Kat, what do you think about receiving downloads about other people's thoughts? Like tell so like downloading people's, I mean, I think we're all telepathic. We are, I think that's why we pick up things from other people and we think like we pick up other people's beliefs and thoughts. That's how we got where we are before we knew we created our own reality, because we're all telepathic. We're picking up other people's beliefs and thoughts and stuff, right? So that's where my, like me, but my stuff that I talk about, you're going to get it from your higher self, and you're not going to be getting things from other people, right? So it's more about trusting in that higher guidance, making it about feeling good, and you're going to get the best resources that you need in that moment. That's why you're going to be led to everything in the best way possible. That's why it's about energy and vibration, not so much about your thoughts. Because again, these thought forms are everywhere. We're all telepathic. You're picking up thoughts all the time. That's again how you got to where you are before you knew you created your own reality. But now we know more, and we know we have a higher self, and it's all about feeling good. So the more you feel good, you're going to get those thoughts from your higher source, and that's what's going to lead you to everything in the best way possible. That's why there's no work you have to do. There's literally nothing. It's so hard to explain that to people when they're trying, like they tell me, but how am I going to get my manifestation if I don't affirm? But I know they're still in that limited mindset, and they're still worried and doubting, like, but what if I stop thinking about it and it doesn't come? And I know they're still in that like energy of doubt, worry, and fear, right? So the more we just keep doing these practices, you start to see things unfold, and it is unfolding in the best way possible for you. That was a good question. I like that question, Kat. Yeah, that's it, Miss Gore, right? That's it. Calmness is so key. Milani, that it is. It's key. Well, sometimes I feel like it just flows and I get it right, and then sometimes I feel like I'm like all over the place with how I'm trying to explain it, right? Yeah. Yes. And that's why I always say, like, it's like they're working through us. And the more that I do this, the more that I feel like I am doing my part by letting them work through me, right? To help this planet, if that's what I'm doing. Like, I don't like to make it so serious like that either. It is about us having fun, because that's what we want to move towards, a more freedom, more, you know, freedom to choose and be able to live our best lives and live our amazing lives. And, you know, by doing my part and feeling the best I can in each moment and spreading this as much as I can, I feel like that's higher self working through me, right? How do you, how do you, how do you know what friends are good to hang out with? And so the more you do this, Linda, it works itself out. You don't really have to even worry about that, right? The more you feel good, Linda, on your own, and not really let anything, like, no matter what people kind of mood they're in, you're just making it about you and feeling good no matter what. Those things work themselves out. Like, people fade from your life, or, you know, more people enter your life, and it kind of just works itself out. Nathan, you know, like, Nathan, you asked a lot of questions tonight, but I keep saying I am going to sit, and some nights aren't they so good with these questions and stuff like that? And even me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be able to answer these questions. But I am going to post these on, I'll post them on YouTube. Definitely this one, right? I'll post this one. A lot of people. Yeah, see, Linda, it kind of just, it's like a natural process, right? That kind of, it just happens. Oh, well, trust me, you guys, I always, you know, your questions are important, especially you being my moderators and being so amazing. So I'm able to actually answer these questions. Yes, Sherry. Sherry said it. Perfectly said. So this one's definitely going to be, it's so funny. How it works is it takes a little bit of time for it to download before I can actually download it. So that's why I think I forget to download them sometimes. I'm like, it's not ready yet. And then I do other things and I'm like, oh, that was a good one. And now I don't remember which one was good and which one. It's just weird how the TikTok does it. Especially, yeah, like everything just starts to work itself out and you just get more confident in being able to like say no to things that you would normally say yes to. And you start to go within. And even though sometimes it's a tough decision at times because you're used to always saying yes, it's like you get really quiet and you go within and you're like, well, I could say yes, but I know that I'll complain about it and I'll be like, why did I? So let me go with the one that might be a little more uncomfortable and say no and just remain calm. And then I always feel so good that I did that. And then I keep doing that more and more and more. And then it's just easier and easier and easier. And guess what? It's the new you. So again, eventually it's not a boundary because it just becomes the new you, right? Does that kind of make sense? And it's just people just know, like they know you're not gonna. Oh yeah, I figured you weren't gonna, but I just wanted to ask you anyway, right? And they're not mad at you. Nobody's mad or anything because they just know. But they're like, yeah, I was just asking, but I figured you wouldn't. So you know what I'm saying? It just becomes the new you. Hey Maria. Oh, food shopping, Maria. Oh yeah, me and Maria love our food shopping. That used to be me, Maria. Abraham Hicks was my savior. When I was like, if I was food shopping, because I do not love food shopping. I don't know if I'm ever going to like food shopping, honestly. I always say like I made it into an okay experience for myself. Like I go, I get my drink. Sometimes I'll do a live on the way, but I just don't love it. But anyway, Abraham was always like in my ear all the time when I would do food shopping. Yeah, dress. And it's funny because like I'm aware of that. I'm aware of the shifts. Even though they are somewhat subtle, you do notice how this is just becomes you. Like it's like you're changing and evolving and you're seeing how like you're falling into this new version of yourself, right? Oh, you're at Marshall's. So you're doing that's not too bad. That's not bad. I keep saying every day, I gotta get to the store. I need to get things, but I will wait till the last minute to get myself like things for myself. Last minute. Me neither, Linda. Oh, Nathan. I love that you got so much from it. I can just tell by your comments and like your energy is spreading. Whoo, Maria. I'll tell you what, I can't even do Walmart anymore. I can't. The last time I did it, I had a bunch of stuff and I put all the stuff in. I know I did one of those like hit and runs. Like I put all the stuff on a thing and I walked out because I looked at the line and I was like, no. I was like, no, I can't. I can't do it. I don't know. I just can't anymore. But when I did used to go there, I used to listen to Abraham. It's just the prices are so good there. You know what? That's me before I go in any store. I sit in the parking lot and I watch people. I think I watch people do a whole food shopping. They go in and then that same person comes out with a whole cart. That's how much I'm sitting in my car. I'm like, all right, let me make a TikTok. Let me scroll through TikTok. Let me just quiet my mind for a little bit. My food store is small. It's not even really that crowded ever when I go. I know exactly what I'm going to get. I get a basket half the time, but yet I will sit in that car for 45 minutes before I go into that food store. Right? Isn't it like Walmart and Target? It's like you walk in Target and it's like the angels are singing from above. It's like, ah. When you go in Walmart, it's like, ah. It's like everybody's screaming at you. It's like, oh my God, brace yourself. I never used to mind it when I was home. I would do Walmart. I was the first one at Walmart. I was there at 6 a.m. when I was like home with the kids. I had these two stores that I would go to every, I don't know, once a week. And I would do Walmart as soon as it opened. I was the only one there, but I don't do that anymore. So now I don't get up at 6 a.m. anymore. Yeah. Walmart if I get a shopping cart with. Balls, I'm sorry, but I'm dying. I'm dying, right? Wait, isn't it the worst when you got a cart, right? And you're like, all right, this one's okay. I think it's good. And then you go down the aisles and it's like, wah, wah. It's like so loud. Everyone is like looking at you. I mean, they can't not look at you. You got the loudest cart. Like you're like, oh, I got a good one. It's running really smooth. And all of a sudden it starts making this loud noise, especially when you already have 5 things in your cart. So it's like, do I really take that chance of switching it or do I just tough it out? I always end up toughing it out. Bulls, that was so funny. Oh, me laughing out loud. I love that. Oh man, Dress, I used to be like that. I was like, I gotta get there before, anybody gets in there. I'm the first one there. Are you senior? Baby? Yeah, like I was like, I gotta be the first one there. I'm gonna, like, I was so extra, like when I was home. That was anxiety, without a doubt. Like, I gotta get there early. I gotta be the first one there. Right, Bobby? It's one of those nights. Definitely Dress, right? It's definitely a control thing. I know. Now I'm like, I trust. Like I always say, just, it's all like, it's happening for a reason. Like if something happens that I have to do something, like say I'm going to be able to do a live, but then like, I don't know, my kids need me or the dogs need me or something like that, or need something. I'm like, no, this is how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to get on it this time. Like I just trust everything and it always works out. Like even when I have to go to the food store now, it's like, okay, like it doesn't feel right to go right now. For some reason it feels, and maybe I waited those 45 minutes sitting in there for a reason. Like that's how I feel now. It kind of just flows, right? And it's always worked in my favor since that too. Not being so like, I gotta be like, right, Christine? Well, that's the worst. Or if the wheel, yeah, it's like sideways or it's like falling off, it's like hanging on by a thread. You're like, wheel, please just get me through this food shopping. Like it's like there's has been times where that wheel was hanging on for dear life, and you already got a cart full of things, and you're like, okay, I just need you to get through this food shop, this food shopping. I got a few more things I gotta get. So probably cookies tonight. I'll probably bake cookies, Nathan, because I have cookies. I think that's going to be the dessert for the night. I still have ice cream cake left, and I was eating that. I think I was the only one eating it again because my kids don't eat desserts. Chocolate chip, and then I add extra chocolate chips. Like it's Pillsbury. Comes in the container, but we add extra chocolate chips. Shalina, this is it. This is how you do it. This is it. This is manifesting. What we're doing right now is literally manifesting. Doing this, laughing, right? Staying in those good energies, eating foods that we like, getting our refreshers. This is manifesting. This is 2023 manifesting. Petting our cats, loving our animals. I have pushed the cart to where the WD-40 is. David, that's funny. Right, Balls? They're all staring at you like they don't have to pay a cart, right? You almost want to be like, yeah, I know. I got the layout cart, okay? All right. Mind your own business. What are you having for dessert tonight, Nathan? Oh, you have 3 kitty cats. Oh, yeah. Which flavor, Nathan? I had today, both the lives were long today. I feel like I manifested that because I was starting to say that. Oh, thanks, Butch. I was like, oh, I want to stay on a little longer on my lives. Oh, that was always my favorite as a kid. Thank you. Mint chocolate chip was my favorite as a kid. I like coffee ice cream now. I think that's my favorite coffee. And like anything like caramel. I like caramel too. Oh, that sounds really good. Chocolate cheesecake and whipped cream. Yeah, now I'm like, I don't know if I want cookies now. How are you, Butch? Oh, Dress asked the same thing as me. Oh, yeah, it's got to be Colombian. Why? It just sounds good. I don't even know what it tastes like. I don't even like coffee like that. But for some reason, Colombian, like, it just sounds like it's better. Oh, that sounds really good, Dress. You know what? I always used to like Rocky Road too, like as a kid. I think I still like that. A marshmallow ice cream's so good if you get the right kind of marshmallow. I think it's Turkey Hill marshmallow, or is it Briars? I think it's Turkey Hill that it's actually marshmallowy, not like little marshmallow nuggets. I don't like that one. It's got to be like marshmallow creamy. That's actually real. I think the Rocky Road, I want to say Turkey Hill has it. Now I'm starting to think, like, what do I want for dessert? Oh, thanks, Butch. Breakfast. Breakfast? I didn't eat today like that. I had those chicken fries from Burger King, and then I was eating cookies all throughout the day, like here and there. And then I had my refresher, but I didn't eat like much today. I get upset when I don't have room for more food. I wish I was hungry, but I'm not hungry. Hey, Scott. Me too, Shalina. I'm like, what can I have? Now I'm really actually starting to get hungry. I've never had pistachio ice cream ever. I love pistachios though. It is, Heather. That's exactly what it is. It's definitely intuitive eating. Like I always used to get the pistachio. First, I used to get the pistachios where you open it, and then I seen you can buy them already, like they're not in the shell. And then I always used to get them, which are good. But I've never had an ice cream. Yep, exactly. Occasionally, like I'll be full, but it's never like a bad full, right? It's a good full. Like I still want to be full, but I don't want to be like where I'm like, ugh, like so uncomfortable that I can't move. Because before I used to eat not enough and I wasn't full, right? That was like when I used to be on diets. I won't do that anymore. I want to be full. I just don't want to be over full. Yeah, yeah. Your body knows, right? You're very crazy. Oh, thanks, Butch. Yeah, I don't own a scale. I will never go on a scale. Cause thanks, Butch. Now I am starting to get hungry. I'm like, what can I eat tonight? I like, you know what I like? I like things like frozen stuff, like those pizza rolls and stuff like that. Like I love them and I'll dip them in like ranch dressing or something. Now I might have that to, like something like that tonight. Thanks, Nathan. Thanks again. Have a good rest of the night. Ah, right, Vols? I know. And do you ever try to do the speed walk by? Like they're busy with someone else and you got your receipt and you're like and you walk by. Sometimes I get away with it a lot. Like I'll just see them with someone else. Cause it's like you really like my receipt's a whole book. Like are you really gonna look at it? See you tomorrow, Nathan. I think I'm gonna jump off too, guys, for the night and get something to eat because I am starving. You know what? I do love self checkout though, Dress. I used to not, but now I absolutely love it. And at my food store that I go to now, it's like a whole big aisle of self checkout. It's not like those little ones. So I can have my whole order and just do it myself. And not many people like them. So nobody's bothering you. Nobody's like waiting to get in the self checkout line, right? So I started to really like it because it's like nobody's bothering me. It's always available. But I used to get nervous doing them. Like I would be like, what if I can't do it right? I'm like pro at it now. All right, yeah, let me get out of here, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Everyone have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll post this on YouTube. Thank you. And don't forget about if you're new, private Facebook group, don't forget about that. And that's it. Have a good night, guys. Thanks again, everyone. Bye, Christine. Bye, Heather. Bye, Shalina. Bye, Cher. Bye, Bridget. Bye, Maura. I don't want to miss anyone. But I know. Bye, Linda. Bye, Dream Life. Dress. Bye, Dress. Bye, Vols. I don't think I missed anyone. If I did, bye, Heather. All right, guys. Have a good night.